Hi guys, and today we're going to take another look at the CZ Shadow 2 pistol that I featured on my channel at the start. This is more really about going through some of the issues that I've come up with and some of the good things, some of the bad things that I've found when it comes to this particular pistol. I've owned it now for, if you look back on the views on my channel, it's about four weeks I've owned it and 2 to 3 weeks that I made a video. It still looks pretty. I did notice that there was some wearing on the muzzle. Basically I had a couple of questions on the previous videos, basically just asking, you know, what did you find? Was there any issues or any problems with the pistol? As far as cosmetically, the only thing that I did find was this bit of scarring here on the paint. In previous video I looked at a 1911 and I owned that for over a year, and the paint seemed to have held up pretty well. So this is 4 games in and there's already a bit of scarring. Not too much though, to be fair, and other than that really, let's just check the back of here. Still got paint on it, so still perfect really. I mean, it's still a brand new pistol. There's a little bit of paint missing there as well, but other than that it's been pretty okay as far as cosmetics goes. One thing I did notice as well, coming from a 1911 with limited capacity of a magazine, I did notice this is a loaded magazine, so I won't put this in the gun. Mr. BB there, it's always a pain. What I did notice about these magazines is that they fed every time, which is obviously, you know, important when it comes to a pistol. CO2 still doesn't leak, and I've had no problems with leaking at all in the slightest. It's quite hard to compare this pistol to the 1911 as it has got less rounds in it. I've found that these bulbs will last 2 to 3 mags, no more than that. But you are shooting, I mean, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 shots out of a bulb. So you're talking, what, you know, 50 to 75 shots out of one bulb, which, to be fair, is a common amount. So it's hard to compare really with the other pistols that I've owned. I think it's reasonable on CO2. I do tend to use this pistol now a lot more than my 1911, and the main reason is that I've got a video that is actually attached to this review, so if you stay tuned to it, I'm going to tag it on at the end, which is a range shooting. And I was really impressed with the range. You could hit some real decent distances and very accurate too. As I said in the previous video, the kick isn't exactly really hard, that it rises the muzzle, so it keeps you on target a lot. And I found that I've been pulling this out more than my primary. I've actually been switching to my secondary a lot more. And using it through bushes, because I play outdoors, so like when you're coming through bushes and stuff, rather than trying to poke my gun out, I've been really keeping my pistol out and giving that a go, which it's been great really. Performance wise, it's been absolutely phenomenal. There's been some really decent shots. I've got some decent kills. Took it to an event the other day down at Stormforce, and it was brilliant. There's been a few people comment and say, wow, you know, I mean, as far as it looks lovely, but when it comes to performance, you'll see in the video at the end that it's just crazy the range that you can get out of one of these. Definitely out of the box when it's brand new and there's nothing been done to it. Can't complain. I'm using 2.5s in it, and yeah, the range is perfect and the accuracy is nice. One thing I did notice is I went to go and get a holster for this particular pistol. Now, to note, this is the SO2 or SPO2. This muzzle, I don't know whether it's just slightly, but this muzzle is cut slightly wider, so it won't fit in your generic SPO1 hard plastic molded Nuprol or whatever brand holster I noticed. Not to worry though, as I had one of these lying around, which is just like a drop leg holster that I've been using with it, which is fine. It's not really what I tend to like to use, as one of the other downsides to this pistol is it doesn't have a lanyard strap in point. So on the Glock, not on the Glocks, on the 1911s, I don't know whether it has one on the Glocks, but on 1911 it's got a little loop at the bottom here where you can obviously pop a lanyard strap in. This doesn't have that, which is a little bit of a pain. And there's, you know, obviously you wouldn't want it attached to the mag. Obviously there's ways around it. One of the guys at Stormforce, he has one attached just to here. I'm not really a fan of that, really, but it's something that I've got to have a look into. One thing that I have been looking into, which is an idea for you guys, is I'm actually using, this is what they call Kydex, which you've probably heard of before. I bought some Kydex, which I'm going to have a go at trying to make a holster for this, which I think is probably the best and safest option. When considering the amount of money that you're going to be spending on this pistol, it's best to have it, you know, stored away properly and having it nice and safe when you're running around. As you know, these other holsters, these material holsters, I mean, this does have a hard inner piece, plastic piece or some type of piece inside there that does hold it a bit better than most material ones, so it doesn't jump out as easy. But there is always that chance, definitely when you haven't got it attached to the lanyard as well. It's not something you want to be losing in the forest. Obviously it's not too bad if you're using it for CQB, but indoor CQB, but yeah, that's one of the biggest gripes I've got with it, is the holster compatibility. I'm guessing they're going to be bringing one out soon, but at the moment there still isn't one. I've looked online. There is one that I've noticed that is online, but I believe it's about £57, which is a bit much, really. I've been able to make a Kydex press for about £30. If you do want to see the Kydex press that I make once I've finished making it, some of the final parts, like this Kydex, just come in today. So once everything comes in, if you guys want to see that on the channel, just drop it in the comments below and I'll make a video on it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to pass you over to me again. This is going to be the range shooting of the video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks, bye. Get one of the range. You can get one of the range. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I was about to say that's not.
See if you can get there.